Are we live? Are we live? Are we here? Are we here? Let me know if we're live. No, we're live. Welcome into tonight's live. My name is Tanya. This is Titanium Built True Crime. Welcome on in, everybody. Welcome in. On this channel, if you're new here or if you're just passing through, watching on a replay, hashtag replay for me if you guys don't mind. Hashtag actually is something that you don't even hashtag, just comment something that you enjoyed from the stream or that you didn't enjoy. Let me know your opinions. But on this channel, we normally break down, true crime cases. That's what we do. We go over the documents, the timeline. We create timelines. We discuss each case. We do deep dives. We, watch the trials, things of that nature. So if that's something that you're into, make sure you subscribe if you appreciate tonight's case coverage, and make sure you hit the like button for me if you guys don't mind. Also, before we get started, I hate to do this to you, but if you guys don't mind and you guys have the funds to do it, please become a member of my channel. I don't really have that many members, and I was trying to make new emojis for you guys today, and it told me no. It was like, nope, you don't have enough members. And I was really sad because I had a really cool one that I wanted to make for you guys. So we can either delete one and put one on, or we can try to get 9 more members. It said I needed. I was like, dang. But my tier is the cheapest, I think, on YouTube. It's $1.99. So I try to keep it cheaper because I know there's other creators out there that do like $3.99, $4.99, $5.99. I do have a tier that's that high, but it's just you get more things with it, more perks. So if you guys can do that, that'd be great. I appreciate you guys, and we'll get started. And I'll say hi to you guys in the chat while we get started. There's my mouse. And I'm sorry that I was late. So I did a TikTok live and it ran a little over, but that wasn't the reason. Vincent earlier had to restart my computer because it was acting funky. We took the laptop off so I could learn how to use the portable setup. And when we went to go put it back together, the camera didn't want to start. And so all my tabs were gone. And then like when I went into my documents, my document was gone with all of my case numbers for this case on there. And I was like, oh my gosh, but I remembered them. Good thing. Memory is good. Hey, Ladybug. It feels like it's been a while. It's only been like a day. Hey, Gwen. Welcome in. Hey, Laura. It's good to see you, Laura. Hey, TM. Hey, Amber. It's good to see everybody. They won't take a Visa card. I wonder why. Damn you, YouTube. That's crazy. I know that's crazy. I think mine's a Visa, and I've used mine on here before. I used to have memberships to other channels, but then I stopped. And then I just don't have Gifted on because I don't want anyone knowing where I'm creeping. I might be creeping somewhere. Hey, PKC. You never know. I might be hiding in the bushes somewhere. And then all of a sudden you get gifted a membership and you're outed. And you're like, well, shit, So I try not to. Vincent actually turned it off. I didn't even turn it off. I don't even know how to turn it off. I don't even know how to turn it on. Like if someone were to ask me, I should know that after 4 years of being on the platform, but I couldn't tell you. I would have to Google it for you. But I do have some new information on the Sider family tonight. We'll talk about that towards the end. I knew Facebook would come through. They'll probably come through even more. I should just keep posting it. But on my regular Facebook page, I posted that I noticed a lot of people were posting about this case on their Facebook. And I was like, I noticed you guys are like really into it. I do true crime because I haven't talked to like anybody from my hometown in like 20 years. I just kind of like left and just pieced out, I was like, so if you guys have any information you can give me, let me know. Well, of all people, I see this name come across, and I thought it was my aunt because my aunt and my niece, or my cousin have the same first name and last name. I mean, she's named after her mom. And so I was like, oh, she probably just wants to talk, They live in Florida. So I was like, oh, she just wants to talk. But then it was my cousin. Aha. And she's like, I know those people. And I was like, say, what? Tell me more. Tell me everything, right? And so we'll get into that later, but they did come into her job and she did see them at the Dollar General. So yeah, we'll get into that. Let me show you the emoji I wanted to make for you guys first. I thought this was cute. Look at this girl holding a knife. I thought she looked kind of creepy, but kind of cool at the same time. But I meant to tell you guys also, members lives will start soon as we get a few more people. We're going to start doing members only lives once a month on this channel, at least once a month on the other channel, and then once a month on Patreon. So remember that. Also, I did ask you guys, but please like and subscribe if you guys like the content. But that's the emoji I want to make you. Hey, Classic One, welcome in. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Jackie. I missed you guys. Okay, there you are. But let's get into what we're going to talk about tonight. Okay, so I am like weird tab. My tabs are all like janky from the restart, but we'll get there. Did I like edit out of something? Okay, no. I just gotta move stuff. Okay, sorry about that. I'm so sorry. Anyway, so if you guys are not aware, 16 children, approximately ranging in, age from 18 months to 18 years old. They were found in a home on June 30th when they went to go execute another search warrant. We're going to hear from the prosecutor tonight. We're going to hear a press conference, and it's not what he says. It's kind of like what he doesn't answer, and it kind of like piques my interest, some of the things. So we'll go over that. But there were 4 adults that were arrested and that were charged with 16 counts of endangering children. And those people were Gary Siders Jr., Gary Siders Sr., Elizabeth Siders, and Christina Siders. So mom, dad to Gary, and then Elizabeth is his wife, Gary's wife. She's the one that had the 16 kids that were locked inside a 12 by 12 foot room with feces, biologicals, all the things you can think of. Just thinking about being a girl when you hit your period. Like I mean, it's beyond me. But they have all been, placed into custody as of right now. Anyway, one's getting out, but all 4 pled not guilty. Their bond was initially set. It's still set for most of them at $300,000 cash. So newer development that happened today involves Gary Sr. Remember we talked about that he wanted the bond modification on our last live. He wanted it to be an OR. He wanted to get on his own recognizance and then come back. And I was like, what? I thought it was crazy talk. Well, apparently there's more to the story, and we'll hear it tonight from the prosecutor, but I'm going to tell you about it now. Apparently, like, he fell or something. And so they ended up having to take him to the hospital. And then that's when like the doctor said they needed to treat him, I guess, for something. I don't know what they need to treat him for. I don't know if it's for like if he hurt himself, like when he fell, or if it's something else. You know what I mean? Like, let's say like he has a tumor or something, but the fall is what caused him to go to the hospital for them to find that. I don't know what it is. That's not what it is, but I don't know what it is. But the kids were removed from the home and placed into custody. I forgot to tell you guys that protective custody. But he's going to be Gary Sider Sr. is going to be getting let out on his own recognizance. They're going to put an ankle monitor on him if he does have a place to stay. If he has an address, a place to stay, somebody that will say, hey, I'll be responsible for him. I don't know who the hell is going to do that. Like that's going to be another like little thing of this whole story, right? Because it's not like he has parents alive. There's no way they'd have to be over 100 years old. He's like 73, right? So they'd be like in their 90s at least, probably, unless they had him when they were young, which they probably did. But so I don't know who's going to take him, because the only person I could think in this whole wide world that would take him is his mama, and his mama's probably not here. So let me know if you guys know, if you guys have heard. Cancer. That sucks. If it is, yeah. Especially if because the jail doesn't let you go to the hospital and then let you OR on this kind of a charge. I've never seen it, but I've never seen this many kids. The what's it, Turpin family? They didn't have they had 13, I think, didn't they? How many was the Turpins? How many kids did the Turpins? Those people were freaking sick. 13. They had 13. Yeah, he looked rough. He did look rough, but I didn't care that he was in jail personally. I didn't care. After what I've heard about those kids, I mean, even if he's, I don't know. He did look kind of worse for wear, like, in the wheelchair and stuff. I thought it was all just a freaking, he was just playing with us or something. because he's old. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, shit, he's just being old. But no, I guess not. And he does need to be in the hospital. But I guess they're going to let him out on his own recognizance somewhere. Like, who's going to take him? Because they're going to hook him up to GPS monitoring, which means somebody has to be responsible for him. Like, and they have to be like, you know, make sure he ain't going places and stuff and doing things. Because that could come back maybe on them. But we did learn that Elizabeth Siders, that's Gary's wife, since she was 15 years old, we found out that they got married. Their parents both signed for them to be able to get married to each other. And she had altogether 19 to 20 children. I think 19 altogether. 19 kids that we know of. 4 sets of twins. That's a lot of kids. 4 sets of twins. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. That's a blessing, you know? I mean, really, it is a blessing. But if you haven't seen the chart, this is the chart here. Oh, I can even blow it up a little bit. But we have initials. We have some. There were, and I did find out today on the news. Remember yesterday I told you guys that 2 of the kids, the twins that died, Faith and Bailey, they were conjoined. And they were conjoined. It was confirmed on the news that that's the reason why they died. They died like hours after their birth, which is terribly sad. You'll learn tonight, the prosecutor will say that he doesn't have birth certificates for all the kids. So I think some of them people, I think that some of these kids were born in that house. And I can only imagine her having kids with somebody in that house. Or I mean, like having a baby and they're around her. Like she has her legs up in the air, you know, ready to have this baby. And she's got grandma and grandpa. Oh my goodness. And then like what, like the dad's at like he's the doctor guy. Like, you know, he's cutting the umbilical cords and stuff. I have a question. This is a stupid question, but it's a question I have because I don't have any kids. When the baby, there's no dumb questions. When the baby is coming out, right? Does the doctor have to cut the placenta or does the baby just come out of the placenta? Does that make sense or am I wrong on all of that? We got ladies in here. Hey, Colleen. I know you guys have all of you guys, most of you guys have had kids. Most of you. I wouldn't say all, but most. Because I had a friend that actually kept her placenta. Kidney infection, I'm so sorry. You're better. Oh, yay, you're better. That would be like, that would hurt. So it was baby. So, okay, I'll say it again. So is the baby in the placenta or does placenta come out separately? Is the afterbirth. Okay, Ember, thank you. Okay. That makes sense. So, okay, water breaks, baby. Okay, and then placenta. So, because I've actually seen a child be born, but I don't remember that part. That's the part I don't remember. Like, and I was there. I was right beside the doctor. My mom was like, "You're making me uncomfortable." And I was like, "Shush it, Mom." It was my sister-in-law. It was my niece being born. I wanted to see how a baby was born. You know, I was very curious. I was like young and I just wanted to know. And she made it look effortless. And I'm like, you suck. I was like, this isn't right. There's a huge chance. Really? Oh, okay. Oh, well, I better start having babies. Thank you, Dana. Okay, thanks, Ladybug. And then cuts the cord and then plus. Okay, so they would have to be there for all that because like you can't leave it there. Do you mean that could be infections and all that stuff? Like you know, like yeah, I got to remove everything. Like I'm just trying to think of how that would even go down. You know, do you think they got her like a pool to like sit in? I don't. Oh my gosh, I've never had a kid, so it really like it's like. This scares me. This is like my worst nightmare. I mean, if I was like young and like younger, like I really would be like, this is my worst nightmare. So this is an overshot that I believe BNS or one of the networks in Columbus, they got this footage for us. But you can see like right here at the bottom, there's like this little play thing for a kid, like a baby. I don't know what this red thing is, but that looks like a toy of some sort. Like there's toys in here. We got a baby gate, it looks like maybe. We've got bikes. Like we've got a freaking car seat over here. And the neighbors are like, we didn't know there was kids that even lived there. Well, hello, their front porch had kid stuff all over it. I mean, it had boxes, but it had kid stuff all over it. Like crazy to me. That's crazy that the neighbors are saying that they had no clue. I have a piece of hair stuck in my watch band. That they had like no clue when in fact, we know they did. They had to have. Someone had to have. Actually, you know what? They didn't. They might not have, because my cousin was like, I didn't even know about all these kids. Yeah, I figured she lost a few. She had to have lost babies if she had this many pregnancies, you know? Gary's dad looks to have dementia. His son tells him to say yes. Oh, I didn't see that. Was it when they were in the court? Hey, Chris Diamond. How are you doing? I don't know if I said hi to everybody, but I think I did. Hey, look. Oh, no. Hey. Lenora. Don't forget to hit the like. And I'm just like looking at the chat. Okay. That's how I do, Laura. I did. I just been looking at the chat all night. Sometimes you be doing that. Okay. So I'm going to actually go to True Crime Mama's page. I like her. I started following her. I don't usually follow people on Facebook because I'm usually not like on there, but I have been on there lately because I do have a new Facebook page for this channel. It's called Titanium Built True Crime. It's starting to have like, things for like different cases and stuff, different articles, things I'm trying to find, online for you guys. So, there's an hour ago, there was something. I think that's the press conference. So I'll read that afterwards. And then also tomorrow we'll do another live on Idaho Forks. There's new videos out too. Let's see. There was something that I saw. Okay. I just had it up and then I was like, I'll just go to our page. Okay. Where did it go? And that's so weird. When I click on it, it goes away. Okay, so I'm gonna share this with you. This is weird. Okay, so I'm gonna share it with you, and then I'm gonna show you what I'm looking at. When I click on this, this picture goes away. So I don't know, but I guess this was Gary and Lynn. That's what Christina goes by, is Lynn. And it says, where are these girls? That's a good question. Where are the rest of your kids? If these are your kids. I mean, True Crime Mama is pretty on it. She was on it with the conjoined twin thing. So it says, this is Elizabeth. I don't want anyone putting pictures of me on Facebook. Everyone, if you have any pictures of me on here, please take them off here. Gary Lee Siders Jr. liked it. Okay. What's this? Okay, she said, yes, it is. So, Vicky, you're wrong. Okay, but when I go to this, it takes it away and then it puts these pictures up. And I went through these and these aren't them either. I'm confused. So we're going to go through this because I'm so confused. Okay, so wow, this is a lot. Update. This is July 1st though, so this might not be all years of isolation. Okay, so we know that part. Okay, I think we know all that. So why do I keep going to my page? Go to her page. Okay. I'll read this in a minute to you guys. We'll go ahead and we'll go further. So I saw this and I just wanted to share it with you guys because I wasn't sure what it was about. But they were saying the Siders family only moved a few times within the last 18 years. I don't know for sure, but that's what they're reporting. So I thought we would listen to this together. I didn't get a chance to listen to this right before the live. I usually listen to everything before the live, but I only got a quarter of the way through. So, but you can see the house behind them. It's boarded up. Now, it looked like by pictures that we saw that maybe prior pictures that it looked like maybe those windows were already out, but I don't know. If those windows were already out, don't you think that you'd be calling the landlord and being like, hey, can you replace my windows? I have no freaking windows in my house. For $1,000 a month, I would be.
last 18 years. In 2008, both Elizabeth Siders and Gary Lee Siders Jr. lived in Gallia County. According to records, Elizabeth and Gary lived in a trailer park off Bulleville Pike. This is the same trailer park that the two were living in separately on the day they were married in March 2008. The couple was then recorded in Gallia County in the Cheshire area in 2022 and in 2024. The two lived off Honeysuckle Drive. And then in 2025,
that's where they lived, I guess, before.
Records show the couple lived in Hamden, but at a different address from where I am. And then in 2025, records show the couple lived in Hamden, but at a different address from where I am right now.
So they must have had their own place. Maybe they couldn't afford it and they move in with mom and dad with their 17 kids. Whoa, wait, whoa. If that's the case, I don't know. I don't even know what to feel about this case anymore. Can you imagine your son tells you he needs to move home with his 16 freaking kids and his wife? I would say nope. Son, I love you, but no, not happening. I don't have 16 bedrooms. Like by law, you can't have like even a boy and a girl in the bedroom, like after a certain age. So they would have to have a certain amount of bedrooms. Can you imagine the certain amount of bedrooms? They'd have to have like 8 bedrooms, 9 bedrooms, 10. I don't know how many girls and boys they have, but you know. Yeah, the baby every year. Marriage at 15 and a baby every year. Yep. Isolated and cut off from her family. Yeah. Yeah, it was the grandparents. So I guess it was their grandparents' home and then they moved in. Let's hear that again.
Lived in Hamden, but at a different address from where I am right now.
I know where they were.
And that house on North Main Street sits almost directly across the street from a Dollar General.
Hold on. On Main Street. I've been on Main Street there. Okay. New. I guess I can just say, but she say Dollar General? Yeah, that's what my cousin said. So. Oh, look, it came up. Him in like Hampton, I guess. Put this little guy down here. Is this Main Street? This is Ohio 93. Okay. We'll have to look at that. Okay, I'm going to keep playing it.
And is less than a mile from the house behind me, Jackson. Last 18 years.
Less than a mile. Well, here's the Dollar General. It's the only thing probably in that town. Why is it? I swear Ohio has so many Dollar Generals. Is it everywhere else too? I haven't been to a Dollar General. I've been to them. It's been years, probably 10 years since I've been to a Dollar General, but they're everywhere. They pop up just like corn. I'm trying to think of where Main Street would be. I guess I could put it in. Oh, that was Main Street. So go back. Okay. So the house has to be like somewhere on this road. She said it was near the Dollar General. I wonder what it looked like. We'll have to figure that out. Hey, Chris. No, welcome in. So I heard that they were there that they've been there for 4 years. So I'm assuming the grandparents have been there for 4 years. And then I'm going to assume that Gary and Elizabeth had their own place, but where did they keep the kids then? That's so many kids. That's so many kids. I need 16 cardboard cutouts. Oh, and don't let me forget at the end of this live to tell you the funniest story about Nancy Grace and a cardboard cutout that I have, because she talked to me today and I'm like, I'm here for it. I love Nancy. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's just listen to the prosecutor, and then we will go back over to True Crime Mama and we'll sum it up. And then I've got some more stuff to tell you guys. Okay. So right here, I'll tell you about Gary real quick. Again, real quick, since we have more people, joining us. So Gary here, if anyone wants my emails, they're there. Gary Siders Sr. released from jail, taken to hospital after fall. Maybe it'll let us know where he fell. One of the family members accused in the horrific child abuse case in Southern Ohio was released from jail Wednesday so he could be taken to an area hospital amid health concerns. They're going to, allow his $300,000 cash bond to be changed to $300,000 recognizance bond. So if he doesn't come, he owes $300,000. And then when Siders got to Blennis, I don't know what that is. It was also recommended that he be taken to a larger hospital for more specialized care. While it's not known what type of care Siders needs, Archer said it is costly. I remember him saying that. He's like, it's going to cost us, the taxpayers. I was like, he's a pissed off prosecutor. It says, we are not going to put that burden also on our local taxpayers. It was agreed that we would do a recognizance bond so he could get the medical treatment that the doctors say he needs and won't cost the county that money. And well, let's see. If he's released from, then he will then be equipped with GPS monitoring. So I was trying to see if there's anything else about his fall. It doesn't say. It does talk about the conjoined twins that she gave birth to. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. Actually, oh my goodness. That means you're pushing out 2 babies at the same time. I mean, I didn't even think about that. I really didn't. Oh my gosh. I know I keep saying, oh my gosh, and all this, but it's shocking to me. It seriously is. 16 kids. Every year she was pregnant. Look at that. PKC's been my friend for 29 months. Thank you for being a member for so long. I appreciate that, PKC. You've been here for a while. We've been Idaho buddies. Then we dragged you in. So yeah, it says another filing, the attorney for Gary Siders Sr. is asking for a competency hearing and is considering a defense of not guilty by reason of insanity. I don't even know if we have that in Ohio. Do we? I think we do. Actually, we do. Yeah. So we're going to go over their documents. I'm going to show you them, but they all did end up waiving their preliminary hearing. After last night, only one of them did. Remember, it was like Gary or somebody. And I was like, only Gary did it in the documents. Well, they all did. So we'll go over that as well. And then don't forget, if you guys don't mind, hit the like button for me. It really helps the channel. It gets it pushed out into the algorithm. Hey, Ada, welcome in. It's good to see you. Okay. I wanted to play this one because I think this one might be louder. So if it's not, we'll switch over to the other one because I want to make sure we're getting like the loudest one. Breaking news. Okay. So this is the prosecutor. His last name is Archer. I forget his first name. Prosecutor Archer. He wants some special appointed prosecutors to come in and help him on this case because of the fact that they don't even have like it was like I was listening to them. They don't even do like grand juries, but like once a month or once every couple of months in their county. Like they don't even do that like every day, like you would if you were in Franklin County or, like Columbus, that's where Columbus is, like, or a bigger town. He's like, even the arraignment was like hard to do because they only probably do arraignments on Tuesdays and Thursdays or something, something like that. That way they have enough people just to even bring in the judge and, bring in the people from court or from the jail. So we'll listen to what he has to say. They do ask some questions. He talks for a few minutes and then I'll shut up and I'll let you guys listen to it. If you can't hear the questions, I will try to repeat them for you. I'll try to listen so I can hear them. And I do have the closed captions on.
Out of Vinton County. Any minute now, the Vinton County prosecutor providing an update right now. Take a listen.
A couple of points that needed to be addressed. First, the Siders cases, they are Vinton County cases. We have appreciated the support of the state and the Ohio Attorney General, but they continue to be Vinton County cases, and all decisions will be made by my office. The Attorney General did offer assistance and has agreed to provide an assistant AG. Her name is Kara Keating, and yesterday motion was filed to have her appointed special prosecutor to assist me in the prosecution. Also, Annika Collins,
Hey,
who is a
CJK.
Highland County prosecuting attorney, I also filed a motion to have her appointed as a special prosecutor, as she was an old colleague of mine when I worked in Highland County. Both of these women are outstanding prosecutors with extensive experience in child cases, and they will do nothing but help our team progress through these cases. The other thing finally on that point is, for the taxpayers, these special prosecutors come at no cost to Benton County.
Oh.
They've
Oh, I'm sorry. I heard that opposite earlier. Okay. I was in the shower when I was listening to him. So I heard that the opposite way. So sorry about that. When I said that, he said that it would cost Benton County. So he's trying to get it to where it doesn't cost them, because Benton County is so poor of a town. Like, I mean, is bad.
either volunteered or they're being paid by their respective offices. Point number two, I think most of you are aware now that Gary Siders Sr., the older Gary Siders, was provided with a bond today, an OR bond. Let me explain the circumstances around that. First, let me stress, the community is not at risk because of this bond. Yesterday, as you all know, the cases were scheduled for preliminary hearing.
Hey, Remy.
During the transport, Mr. Siders fell and had a medical issue that required treatment and assessment. O'Bleness Hospital was where he was taken, and it was determined at that point, upon some tests that O'Bleness did, that Mr. Siders Sr. has a serious medical condition that requires specialized care in a hospital outside of this area. Practically, and I don't know if you folks know this or not, but when defendants are housed in county jails, it is the county's responsibility to pay for the medical care. Prisons are for defendants who have been convicted. Then the state pays for it.
Oh, thank you,
But he's
Candace.
still an innocent man that has not been convicted yet. So the county was going to be on the hook for his medical care. And again, based on the information that we were provided, his medical care could potentially bankrupt Benton County. We were not going to put that burden also on our local taxpayers. And so it was agreed that we would do a recognizance bond so he could get the medical treatment that the doctors say he needs, and won't cost the county that money. If he's released from the hospital, he will then be equipped with a GPS monitor. Also, if you haven't already noticed on the docket, his defense attorney did file competency motions, as I'm sure you have noticed from the proceedings in which he's been present. There's certainly been some issues about his ability to go forward on the prosecution.
Do you think that he's just bluffing? But I mean, he's old, right? He could be like, he could have cancer. But I could see that, but that doesn't make you still got your brain, right? I mean, unless it's, in your head, it's brain cancer or something. I don't know, or something like that. But I'm just thinking, like, you can still, like, as far as I know, he can think, right? He can still think for himself, even though he's old. I would think so. I mean, he let 16 kids be held up in his house. I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't really think he should be out. I think he should be in the hospital, if anything. I don't think he should be out with a GPS monitoring, ankle monitor, where, something can happen. Things happen with those things. I don't like it.
Attorney decided to file those motions to have him assessed.
And competency, he's already filing for that. That right there says, I'm guilty. So in my opinion, that says I'm guilty, but I only did it because I only did this because I was out of my mind. I'm incompetent or I'm incompetent. They're going to give him an IQ test. I bet, it's going to come back. It's going to come back under 60, and they're going to say, well, we can't be putting him in jail.
That is all that I have at this point. I'm willing to answer briefly questions related to that. I will stress with you, our office has specifically not addressed the factual nature of this case because it is still under investigation. There's a lot of information still out there.
Oh, yeah.
And in fairness to the defendants, particularly to the victims and to the community. We're not releasing information until it's appropriate to do so. Again, having said that, I'll address whatever questions there might be. Yes, ma'am.
Well, the Slater Senior's attorney had criticized comments made by your office and state officials saying you were trying to try the case in the court of public opinion. How would you respond to those comments from the attorney?
Mr. Baum filed a second response and indicated the comments were not made by me. And I made that clear. If you go back and review the comments that I made, I simply laid out what happened in court and that it wasn't human trafficking because that was a major issue to the community. And I wanted to make sure they knew this was not human trafficking.
What type of expensive?
And that was good for him to do that because people were speculating that it was going to be human trafficking. So
Care does Gary Senior need? What kind of test or kind of care is he going to?
You know that that's a HIPAA issue and that's not anything that I can address.
Elizabeth's attorney has expressed concerns that she could be a victim in this case. Is that something your office is looking into?
According to her attorney, she's not a victim. So we'll let him decide how he wants to address his representation of her. I'm sorry, ma'am. No.
Are there any questions about the mental capacity of the
I muted myself for once, but I didn't know if that, what'd she say? What was that? I ain't got my headphones.
I'm sorry, ma'am. No.
Well, have you interviewed? That's one of the ones I was like, what? Huh? Have you gotten a chance to interview the children? And he says, no. Are you telling me that you ripped 16 kids out of a house, probably got them separated? I hope they're somewhere. They says protective custody. I hope they're in protective custody together. I hope they're all together. Because that would be terrible to rip these kids out of this house. I mean, it's, even though it's disgusting to them, like disgusting to us, right? They're probably used to it. And that's probably their safety, like with each other, at least, you know, with your brothers and your sisters, they're probably like, they probably feel safe with each other. And then they're getting separated. I hope not. That'd be sad. That would just be terrible. Being in foster care, that's sad. Hope they don't do that to them. I did read just a minute ago that they were in protective custody. So maybe they have them all together. I know that okay, so where I live, I just happen to know where the safe house is for the women. And you would never guess ever where it's at. But that would hold, like if it was something like that, that would hold 16 people. Exactly. Like the separation will cause additional trauma. That's what I mean, Classic One. I hope they don't do that. Yeah, it was 16 kids in a 12 by 12, as big as this room. I just did a video short, my last one, I think it is. And you can see how big this room is. Yeah, they'll separate them for questioning, but I just hope they don't separate them for like everything else, you know? That's sad.
Are there any questions about the mental capacity of the other suspects?
Capacity?
Yeah.
Again, that's up to their defense attorneys to whether they want to go down that road or not. So that's a better question for them.
Social media has been a big part of this case. There's been a lot of attention online. Can you speak to how that impacts your office and how this was working?
If you've seen some of the stuff on the media, social media, there were pictures that the kids were in cages, that they were taped shut, their mouths, whatever. The problem with social media is you don't have to be telling the truth. You don't have to be saying things that's accurate. I don't understand why people put stuff like this on. It's not truthful.
So, you know, all the videos that's been floating around, like the kids are in like a cage or something. And the guy is, the, you know, FBI or whoever it is, the officers, investigators are there picking them up, or they're coming down the stairs. That video, people thought those videos were real. They're like AI generated or something. Like I've been tricked by AI things as myself. And I consider myself pretty savvy, I thought. But that stuff can, like, it was a cute little story. It was like a simple story and it was like totally fake. But I mean, it looks cool because these guys are rescuing these kids, right? But it's not it's either A, not real, or not to do with this case. And then also look at this kitten getting ready to head on into this window. Look at that cat. That cat's like, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to eat everything I can.
It's not accurate, but I can't stop it. And all I can do is shrug my shoulders and say, why are we doing this to this, particularly to these victims? Because
why are we doing this particularly to these victims? Exactly. The channels that are putting that bullshit out there, or if they put it out and they're like, oh shit, I didn't mean to, and they come out and they come back and they delete it. That's something that's different. You know what I mean? But if you put it out and you hold it out there for a while and, you know, you stick on it and then, you know, people think it's real, so they subscribe to your channel. I just think it's messed up, you know. You get a lot of views on that kind of stuff because people think like it's real, so they're watching it, you know, like, oh my God.
Tarnished by this for a long part of their lives.
Did you share an update on the children's condition? Are they all out of the hospital or are they all in homes?
I can't answer that specifically, but I will tell you that they are all safe and being cared for.
Is there any evidence that Elizabeth Seiler may have had more than 16 children in her lifetime?
Again, I can't address that specific fact.
Were all four of these suspects receiving state benefits? If not all of them, who was?
Good question.
To my knowledge, only the two elderly, the two oldest, Mr. Grandma and Grandpa, were the only ones I'm aware of that were receiving benefits at that time.
I wonder if the other two even had a job. What if they were even working, or if they were just living off Grandma and Grandpa's benefits? I bet you they were just living off Grandma and Grandpa's benefits. And you don't get a lot. You don't get a lot at all. So let's just say we've got Christina and Gary Sr. Gary Sr.'s Social Security check or whatever he gets, that whole thing probably goes to rent. He's probably got a couple $100 after he's done paying the $900 or the $1,000 for rent. He could probably pay I think the water's in her name. He could probably pay maybe, you know, if they want to watch on TV, the cable bill. He ain't got much left, you know? And then her Social Security check probably goes to food for the month and all the toiletries and crap they would need. I would think so. I don't know. Maybe they shit in the corner too. I don't know what it's like there. It's disgusting. I heard in the other room, you know? And then you got these two freeloaders. I mean, I would be so surprised if he had a job or if she had a job.
At the time of this incident.
Are you still expecting more charges?
I don't know how much. That part, I don't know.
Are you still
How much?
expecting more possible charges?
The investigation is ongoing.
When do you expect the grand jury indictment when they meet next?
The grand jury is a secret process. We do not disclose specifics on that. We hope to be having information for that within the next couple of weeks. What I will tell you is this is not Franklin County, who has grand juries every day practically. Normally, Vinton County has a grand jury every other month, which is why the preliminary hearing issue came up, is because we don't have grand jury that often. And by right, the defendants have the ability to have that hearing.
Has any testing been done to assure that all 16 children belong to the same person?
I can't address that.
Can you comment, Mr. Prosecutor, real quick, the relationship, or what you learned about the relationship of the deceased property owner and any member of the Siders family?
Other than being tenants, I don't know that there is any.
Were they tenants or were they squatters?
Wait, oh, sorry. Go
Were
ahead.
they tenants, were they paying rent, or were they squatters?
My understanding, they were paying rent, yes.
Did the children have birth certificates?
She asked if they were squatters. I didn't hear that when I was in the shower. Oh my gosh, I must have been rinsing my hair. They could have been, the house looked bad. Look at this. Oh, this is about the birth certificates. Okay, he thinks hard about this before he answers. He's smart.
Were they paying rent or were they squatters?
My understanding, they were paying rent, yes.
Did the children have birth certificates?
Look at his face. Look at that face. That's the face of a prosecutor that doesn't want to answer a damn question, but he's like, I could answer this one, but should I answer this one? I could. I should. I think I'm going to.
I don't know that we have all of their birth certificates. Let me answer that.
Were they all registered with the state?
Again, a little bit beyond what I can tell. I answered you what I know at this point.
So They don't have all the birth certificates. Can you imagine that stack? Probably got like a little, like a paper clip and everything. Staple it so you don't lose any of those papers. Man, I love organizing stuff. That's an organizational dream right there. I'd have it all organized by name and everything.
Gary Sanders Jr. will be in court tomorrow for unrelated charges.
He will not.
So right here, the guy asked, will Gary Jr. be, in court tomorrow? Because he's supposed to be in court Thursday, tomorrow for the public indecency charges. And it says it wasn't against his family. So I don't know who it was against. And I don't know why he bring that. I mean, you're the one that brought all of this on, Gary. Everybody be pissed at Gary Jr. because if it wasn't for him pulling out his willy or whatever he was doing to get public indecency charges, the police probably wouldn't have showed up at his house. But I think there was more to that because they brought the BCI with them. The BCI is like, I thought it was like state or like kind of like FBI, like state level, but that's not what it is, or federal. It's actually like what they bring in to have them like do like fingerprints and stuff, like all that kind of stuff, I guess, and testing. So why were they bringing somebody for testing into a public decency case? Like, I don't know why the BCI was there. I'm gonna figure that one out too, because there's something else going on here. There's something else other than public indecency. Then you know what I mean? Like, you don't bring the whole team with you when you do that. You just usually it's one sheriff. He goes up. He gives them the paperwork. He's like, here, you've been served. Got to go to court and leave your willy in your pants.
His defense attorney is on vacation and has filed to continue. So if you were planning on coming, I'll save you your time. That has been continued. I don't know what the new date is. Check with county court, but it is not happening tomorrow.
Was that the parallel investigation that brought investigation?
I can't answer that.
Do we know if anyone in the family was working, how his family?
Them being locked in a 12 by 12 foot room, that was child abuse enough. Not having a toilet, that's child abuse enough. That is mental, emotional, physical. Oh my gosh.
Again, we will get to some of those things when we have a little bit more of an ability to give you some more of the facts. But I can't get into that anymore.
Are there any federal agencies are involved in this investigation?
How many agencies?
Can you speak to if there's any federal agencies involved in this investigation?
No, not to my knowledge.
Do you know of any children's services safety checks conducted at that home, be it Franklin County, be it Vinton County? Was there any mandatory reporting, especially by hospitals or medical officials?
Again, I can't address that, sorry.
The indecency charge,
That was such a good question.
can you share any more about that investigation and the allegations he's facing when it comes to that?
Sorry. I can't.
You can. He's going to court for. What do you mean? You can't. He's going to court for it. Tell us about it. See, there is something else going on. I have been saying this since they first said the BCI went there with them because I was like, that does not make sense to me. So something's going on. I don't know what it is, but I think they thought they were going to run into a meth lab or something personally, or maybe there was one. I don't know. But then they would have had men with suits going in. I didn't see any pictures of that, but they could have been doing that before the news even got there.
Okay, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Bye.
As you have been listening live.
So that's the press conference. Ah, man. There's something else going on here. I don't know what it is but like you don't bring the BCI. And if you're from Vinton County, I'm sorry that I'm talking about your county like this, but y'all got a lot of meth labs there. You got a lot of drugs there. I mean, where I grew up, there's a lot too, but not as much as there is there. I mean, it's just so. I don't know. The houses are spread apart, which is like crazy, but but it's still really a small area, and everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows everybody's business. Everybody. Speaking of everybody, let me see what I got here. I'm sorry, I'm just writing it back. I said Chillicothe sucks ass. That's where I grew up. Okay, so she wrote me. She said, "Hey, beautiful, that was my neighbor in Benton County, but I moved before they found the kids. So messed up, I used to see them in my store all the time." And I was like, so, woo. Correct again, Tanya, about the meth labs. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's bad. The drugs down there are running rampant. They really are. I mean, like if you don't have a meth lab, like I mean, I don't even know if you're cool down there. Like really, it's like that bad. It's like, are you cool if you don't have a meth lab? Let me put me up here so you guys can just see. Y'all can just see my beautiful face. Is everyone who is from Ohio in here? Let me know, because I'm from Ohio. I said, "Oh my God, what store did you work at? What can you tell me about them?" I knew someone would know them. It's good to hear from you. I said, she's my cousin. She said the dollar store in Londonderry. So, okay. I don't know how far they are from each other. I'd have to look. Let me Google map it. Like, I don't know if it would be faster on my computer because Londonderry. Wait, hold on. Okay, Londonderry is an hour and 20 minutes. And then this. We're coming from MacArthur. Well, we'll say Hampden. All right. Yeah. I'm just curious. But that didn't tell me. I don't want to add a stop. Oh, okay. So they're 25 minutes from each other. So not that far. That's not far. Like people in Ohio and like especially small towns, like when I lived in Chillicothe, that's where I grew up. I don't care if people know. I don't live there now, but I used to drive at least 15 minutes to work. You'd see me flying. I had no care in the world. There was no reason for me to be on the road when I was in my 20s. Okay, so we'll get back to what she was saying. Sorry. So it says the Dollar Tree in Londonderry and Pine Tree Cafe. I've never heard of that. Let me look that up on Google Earth. Pine. That must be like something like small. Oh, it's a cafe and pizza place in Londonderry. I think she said they would order food from her. Well, it looks delicious. Let me see if I can pull it up. You can see the pizza right there on the side. Yeah, she probably was stuck there, Gateshead. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine that? Being stuck with your in-laws. Oh my gosh. You know what that reminds me of? Like being stuck with your in-laws like that. Suzanne. Oh, I always forget her last name. The girl that got killed by her husband and he took her camping. Susan something. It was a long time ago. Kind of reminds me of that. So the Pine Tree Cafe, they never talked to anyone. They would stay to themselves. I saw them on different occasions picking up food. I should have said how much. I should have asked her how much food they were ordering. But I said, oh, wow, I can't believe she had 16 to 18 kids. Yes, it's sad. She said that those the twins passed away. I said, yeah, it is. I said, did they look dirty when they would come in? How long ago was it? And she said, yes, they were dirty butts. She said about 6 months. And if she's saying that, like, then they were definitely dirty. Like, because my cousin, like, she's one of those people that doesn't look at people and be like, you're dirty. You know what I mean? Like, she might think it in her head, but she wouldn't be like, but she was like, give me the deets. So I said, oh man, yeah, the mom looked like she hadn't showered in years. And she said, yeah, they're nasty. And I said, yeah, they looked pretty rough. So then I wrote her later on because I have more questions. I said, okay, so I have a few more questions and I might have some more. LOL. Just answer whenever you can. When they came in, were they all four together or were they separate? And who was all in there? Was any of the kids with them? Did you see any of the kids? Meet any of the kids? Do you know the ages? I don't know why I said that. If you did meet the kids, like approximately. Oh yeah, because I wanted to know approximately how old the kid was with them, because then we can maybe go back to the chart and be like, okay, that kid could be, you know what I mean, the kid that they're taking out with them. Because one of these or two of these kids were going to the dollar store with them. I heard. That's what we heard anyway. I don't know if that's true, but that's what we heard. Now, my cousin said she never saw no kids. She's gonna tell me that in a minute. She never saw no kids. So, and she has kids, you know what I mean, and grandkids. So she would notice kids. Like that's what it made. And she said she was their neighbor in Londonderry. I don't know how long ago it was that when they lived there. I don't know if that's when they lived in the trailer or what, but yeah. So I'm sorry, I read the rest. I said, do you know like the ages if you did meet the kids, like approximately? I go live on YouTube. I don't know if she knew. And so any information to you could get would be great, especially, you know, because we're kind of close to there. Man, I didn't spell anything right. I was talking into my phone. Well, I'm not anymore because I'm in bleep, but I dated somebody from there. LOL. I did, and it was bad. She said, never saw any kids at all. Never saw the mom. The grandparents were both in the Dollar General together and saw the father at Pine Tree getting food. So never saw Elizabeth. Only saw Gary Jr. at the Pine Tree Cafe picking up like a pizza or whatever they were getting for the night. And then she saw the grandparents at the Dollar General. She did see them there. And she said, yeah, she just moved to Florida. So then we talked about that. And that was, I think, the end of it. Yeah, it was. Yeah, because I was talking about Vincent and stuff. But so when they lived in Londonderry, she was neighbors with them. I'm gonna find out her old address in Londonderry. I should ask her. She'll tell me. I'll go to Londonderry. I'm like, I need to go to Londonderry. Take a little field trip. Get Tesla ready. That's what we said, Gateshead. If you had you would need a bus. So my friend had she has 6 kids, but they're 5 or 6, but their kids are spoiled rotten. And they knew what they were doing. They started dating at 13. I mean, they were their first love. So they're cute. They live in okay, help me out here. Alaska. I don't know why I couldn't think of Alaska, but I couldn't. They live in Alaska now. It's like beautiful where they live. I heard that she was pregnant. Well, she couldn't even wash herself, Colleen. Did you see her hair? I mean, really? Like, look at my hair. I'm gonna put her up on screen. I think I got her back here on the backstage thing. I mean, look at it. Look at the difference. We have the same color hair almost, right? Like, okay, for my hair to look like that, my hair's never in my life, not a day ever in my whole life looked like that. And there have been times I've had surgery. Okay, I've had surgery and went into the hospital with blood in my hair. After the car accident, and my hair still looked better than that. Like, you know what I mean? It still wasn't that greasy. Like, I've never seen anything like it. So she's not washing herself. She's not going to wash them. And like, I don't even know if those officers and those first responders even saw that. I can't even imagine what they saw and what they experienced. I mean, come on, right? Very, very scary. Now I know there was something else. I'm pretty sure. So the bond was modified. He's getting out. I mean, he creeps me out. He really does. Oh, we could go over let's go to their Facebook group. We haven't done that. That's what we haven't done. Well, let's go on over. What is the name of that? Just go back to my Facebook. It should be right here. Okay. Cider Family Secrets. Remember people were talking about this group the other day? And they were like, I think it was the family members. They didn't like this group. I don't know if it's because they be talking shit or if it's because they're talking truth. They're spitting facts. So we'll see. We'll see what they have to say in here. No, they got a lot of pictures. So let's see. Let's go to media. What's this guy doing? Cider's family forensic psychologist. Okay. Okay. July 2024. I think mine was in 2025 when I had it on mine up. So maybe not. Maybe it was 2024. Where's she going? Where are they going? I'm unable to add a video on the post regarding if they received mail, but I just took a virtual drive down Omar Street and down Main Street. That is adjacent. Looks like Main has mail delivery, but not seeing roadside mailboxes or on the house boxes on Omar. Well, they'd have to have a house mailbox. They have to have a mailbox somewhere. Oh, that's where we were, US 93. It must be the post office or something. I don't know. I don't even know if they have a post office. Like, look how small this town is. Look at this place. Would you guys like to live here? Anybody want to move? Not me. Hell to the no. That place, this is giving me anxiety. So the royal part, royal, I always say it wrong, is like the outskirts, right? Like, I don't know how to explain. Like, a lot of the houses are like out in the middle of nowhere. Like, you'll just be going down a country road and you'll see, bam, a big old house with the farm. You know what I mean? Like, and then there'll be a bunch of like farms right there. Yeah, I think she's on Google Maps or Google Earth or something. Google Earth, I think. This is, oh yeah, that's okay. Now she's done. So I think she's trying to find the other house, or she might have found it. So she went down Main Street and then went down Omar to Main. I guess this is them in better years, you know, younger years. Now, I wonder how old they were when they got married. You know? Just saying. Let me grab this really quick and put the members. Okay. If you'd like to become a member of our channel, we would love that. We have tiers starting at $1.99. I'm trying to sell it tonight. I am. I'm trying to sell it. No, we do have a good group here, though. We have a good group. I want to make you guys more emojis, and it wouldn't let me today, and I was mad about that. I sat down here and I was like, emoji time. So this is them again. Looks like happier times, you know. They look cleaner. Like happier. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I guess no one's going to look happy when they're sitting in jail freaking orange, though. I don't know. Look, he looks kind of sad. He's kind of like another picture. And she's in camo. She's trying to hide. That's them with the cig. A lady with her cigarette. And that's them. Look at that. I wonder when this was taken. Because everybody looks terrible in a mugshot. You know what I mean? So I want to know what's wrong with them. I'm curious. I'm nosy as hell. I want to know. These are just pictures of him. Piles of used diapers, animal feces found in home during CPS welfare check in Mason County. Oh my goodness, that's another county in Ohio. There was another one that had like 13 kids in Ohio. I don't know how long ago it was. I was like, oh my God. Wow. 24 years old those people were. I don't know who this is. This woman claims she has the 3 older kids. I will personally say this is false. She's been reported to the police department and social services as well. They have all confirmed she's a pathological liar and will be keeping guard over her posts and comments. Wow. Yeah, being a former foster parent, you cannot disclose any information. Wow. She's just trying to get attention. That's craziness. Oh, this is the hospital that he went to, Ohio Health. That's a good hospital. That's Riverside is Ohio Health, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. Isn't Riverside? Maybe that's where they took him. Like to the main hospital. Yeah, it is. Ohio Health Riverside Methodist Hospital. That's where my mom passed away there. They have a huge hospital. It's a beautiful hospital. That's probably where they took him. It's a trauma level 1. If they're trying to get him somewhere like where he can get care for like stroke or dementia or whatever, that kind of stuff, they would take him probably, I would say, to the main hospital. If not, they can go right over to Ohio State University. Oh, he had a stroke 6 months ago. Oh, Colleen. Mugshot lighting is terrible. It's the fluorescent. Yeah. Like, do we have that? Can we get better lighting? And tell me when to smile. Tell me when you're taking the picture. I mean, after 10 of them, you would think that they would tell me when they were taking my picture. I'm just kidding. I know just after, but yes, she went to 8th grade and that was it. Or he did. He went to 9th grade. He was 18 years old in 9th grade. I would be so embarrassed. I would. I'm not going. I don't care. I would be so embarrassed. I'd be like, Mom, I'm getting my GED or whatever it is. Like, I'm staying home. Get homeschooling. Few years. Karma, maybe. Maybe karma was working on them. So it was so he had a strip. Damn. That would be that would be a valid reason to go to the hospital, because like they don't like to send you to the hospital when you're in jail. They don't even like to give you a freaking Advil when you're in jail or aspirin, let alone send you somewhere. You know, so he either had to, I think he fell pretty hard. So I was looking, let me go back. I'll share this with you guys. Okay. This is for Gary Senior. And I was gonna see if there's any like the new document. So we do have entry of appointment copies to PA Archer, Attorney Roberts via email. And same thing. And then waiver of preliminary hearing. And it just says like what we saw yesterday, that he knows. So if I was innocent of something, I would want a preliminary hearing. Oh, this is Gary Siders Jr. Sorry. I thought this was Gary Siders Senior. I would want a preliminary hearing. Would you guys, if you were innocent of something, I would want them to put out all their evidence. Her parents are like, I think West Virginia. Hey, Crystal. Yeah, there's just so much. There's so much to this case. I always have a million tabs open when I do this. So you can tell Gary doesn't know how to spell sign his name. That is tragic. That he is like 30 some years old, 36, 37, and he cannot write in cursive. Because no one told him, print your name there. They said sign your name. I guarantee it. And then they probably looked at it and was like, okay, that's good enough. He doesn't know how. It's crazy. So 0051 is Christina. Oh, I think I did that wrong. 0051. So that's going to be Christina's. Okay, so I don't think he really had anything else, just that. And the appointed for the appointed counsel. And I think that's going to be for her too. So, yeah. Same thing. Hey, Mia. Hey, Mia. What are you doing? So they're like biting herself. Sorry. So entry of appointment copies to PA Archer, Attorney Roberts via email. Let's see what this says. Look at this beautiful, look at this. It's not even, is that even, is my head crooked or is this print crooked? I don't know. Maybe it's not, but it looks like it is. It's terrible. And the matter of, doesn't say, appointment of a special prosecutor. Upon motion of William L. Archer, Jr., Vinton County Prosecuting Attorney, pursuant to 2941.63 ORC, and the inherent powers of the court, this court does hereby find that it's appropriate to appoint a special prosecuting attorney to assist with regard to a child abuse case. So the prosecutor got, he's getting help, which is good because this isn't a one-person job. You know what I mean? Even when we did Idaho 4 and they, Bill Thompson had his people with him too. There was 2 other people and had 2 to 3 other people. That's just how it goes. He needs help. He cannot be putting together evidence of 16 kids and what they're going to say. Because if they might all start just blabbing, you know, like one might start talking and then they all might start talking. It is hereby ordered, and they might actually get out of that house and see that life isn't like that, that you don't have to live in squalor, that you can actually be clean and fed and, you know, learn something and do something productive during the day and use the bathroom by yourself, right? Have that independence where you can shut the door when you go to the bathroom. That is incredible independence if you've ever had it taken away from you. So I hope these kids, I hope they know that they're going to be loved and taken care of. And I hope they are taken care of. And yeah, I really do. I hope that people are helping them with the things, the supplies that they need. Because they're saying, like, don't do GoFundMe's and stuff right now. So I'm just like, okay. Yeah, being dirty isn't a crime. It's not. But it does feel better when you're clean. You know what I mean? Especially as a kid. Like, my mom, I'm just going to say it. I say it all the time. I had a saint for a mother. She was a saint on this earth. She was an angel. She even looked like an angel. If you looked at her, everyone said my mom looked like an angel. She did. She looked like an angel from above, and she acted like one. We would go outside and play all day, right? That's what you do. You go play with your friends, like out with your toys and your bikes, and you do all the things. And then when the street lights come on, I know I'm old, you come inside. And that was about 6 o'clock. They would come on, you know, in the winter, it was even like 5 o'clock. So it was like 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the summer, 6 or something in the winter, five or 6 in the winter. But then we would come in, my mom would have dinner ready for us. Then we would take a bath and or a shower or whatever. If we were younger, she would help us. If we're little, like whatever. And then she would like tuck us in at like 8 or 9 o'clock. Like that's what we did. I don't know, just that feeling. And then feeling of just like being clean and feeling loved and like having your own room and just like all that stuff. It's just like these kids, some of these kids have never had that. The only one that's ever had their own room is the 18-year-old. And that's only for probably 8 months until she got pregnant, or 9 months till she had another baby. Like, and the 18-year-old doesn't even remember that because they were a baby, but they were the first one born. So, you know, that's just crazy. Let's see who's next on the list here. 5-1, 5-2. So 5-2 is Elizabeth. Let's see if she's done anything different. Probably not. Okay, so we'll share her. State of Ohio versus Elizabeth Siders. And if anyone needs their like numbers, their criminal numbers, let me know. They're up here in the corner too. So it's 26CR 0052 for her. So it's all 26CR 00 for all of them. And then to go 50, 51, 52, 53. That's the number. So there's something else. So she has 3 or 4. Entry of appointment copies to PA attorney Stolly via email. I think hers is her. That's her attorney. Waiver of time for preliminary hearing copies to PA Archer and Stolly. Motion to modify bond copies to PA. Oh, what? She's trying to get her bond modified? What? What? Okay. What? No, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. You're the mom. I'm sorry. For now, you got to stay in jail because I don't know if you're a victim or I just don't see. I can't see. I'm sorry. I can't see the victim part really because of the, I mean, what, like, is this like Munchausen's or something? Like something I don't know. Like she had 16 kids. Why didn't she like stop? Put the brakes on it. And how, I mean, geez. You don't get pregnant every time you have sex. So how many, oh my God, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know that. But I mean, these people must have been doing it like rabbits to have 16 kids. She's only 33. I mean, I haven't even had one. She got 16. Hey, Truth Sleuth. I love that name. Truth Sleuth. That really slides off the tongue. So state of Vinton, or state of Ohio, sorry, county of Vinton. And if you're wondering where Vinton County is, like what towns are there, there's like MacArthur and stuff like that and Hamden. So So this is Ursula Elizabeth Sider. It says, now comes the defendant buying through counsel and respectfully moves this honorable court to modify the defendant's bond, currently set at $300,000 cash or surety, to a recognizance bond only, or in an alternative, set an expedited oral hearing in this motion. That's exactly what Gary Sr. said in his. So she's not going to get it. And it's the same thing. Do they have the same lawyer? This is the same thing I read to you guys yesterday. It says on July 1st, 2026, the state filed an amended complaint naming the defendant and alleging 16 counts of endangering children. Yeah, they did. But yeah, it's the same thing. It's like, it says like, it's given different examples on why her bond is excessive and stuff like that, but it's not excessive. It should have been more. 16 kids. And you only got $300,000. She wants a GPS monitor. She's willing to do that and to check in with somebody. She said, and to provide the court with stable living address within Vinton County. See, where are they going to go within Vinton County or a surrounding county? Where is that old man going to go without his wife? I mean, usually, like if you're married, you're usually used to being with each other. He's leaving her in the pen. She's in the jail, in the pokey, and he's going to be on ankle monitor. We're going to see him flying by with one of those electric wheelchairs. He's going to be going somewhere. He's going to be like, I'm out of here. I bet you they'll probably be trying a chair. No, he'll go back, I think. But I don't know who's going to take him. If you guys have any ideas in the chat, who would take this old guy? Like, his parents have to be dead. Does he have a brother or sister maybe? But she can't go to a shelter, I don't think. She has to go somewhere so she's going to be on ankle monitoring. She's not, they're not going to let her out. If they let her out, I'm going to slide out of this chair and I'm just going to go to Vinton County myself. Because I'll be like, what are you guys smoking over here? Normally you have to be with okay, let me just tell you a story. I knew somebody one time that was on an ankle monitor. This was back in the day, so it is different now. But back in the day, you had to sign paperwork if you were going to be the person that was like their watcher, their sitter, their person. You had to sign your name. It was like 3 or 4 different pages, like saying that you're pretty much going to be their babysitter. And that you will get them to court. You make sure they go to court, all the things, don't do anything bad. And then normally back in the day, to have an ankle monitor, you had to have a home telephone line. So you would have to get a home telephone line in order for them to hook up the monitoring thing for the ankle monitor, and all that stuff. Now it's like over the internet or something like that. Like you don't need a landline nowadays. It's different. But they also make them a lot bigger now, the ankle monitors. I don't know why they're so big, but they are. Bail hostels in the U.S.? No. That sounds like a hell of a fun time. Going to a bail hostel. Yeah, that's like going into jail. But they're all like out on bail. You know what I mean? You walk in and be like, what'd you do, man? What'd you do? I could see me going there if I was like drunk and wherever you live. If I don't drink, that's a good thing. There's a fruit fly in here. This happens every year, guys, doesn't it? Every year I get one of those freaking little fruit flies in here and they only come out when the lights are on. I hate that. No, oh, you might have. We played it already. And it's a shared house. Oh. Have a good night, True Sleuth. I really love your name again. It's good to see ya. Let me see. I saw that Miss Bree was in here. Hello. The kids, yeah. So I didn't think that they were going to I didn't think they were going to let the old man out. I didn't think it, but he fell. I didn't know he fell. You know what I mean? If I would have known that, I might have. Actually, I think that I still would have been like, they're not going to give him aspirin for that. They're just going to make him go back to his bunk and be like, see ya. Because normally that's just what happens. I've known a lot of people that's been in jail in Ohio. They really don't do too much for you. So we've got, do we look up Gary? We didn't look up Gary Senior. Well, we know what he's doing. We did Elizabeth. We did Christina. Okay, so Christina, preliminary hearing. Elizabeth, Gary Jr., Gary Sr., they all waived their preliminary hearing. To me, that means like if I was guilty, I would do that so that I had more time to look at the evidence that they were going to present against me. If I was innocent, I would say, let's go, because I would know that I was innocent. You know what I mean? Even if they were trying to frame me, I would still be like, let's go, because I would throw myself at the mercy of the court. I really would. Crystal, you're on the ankle monitor before. That's awesome. Listen, that's awesome. I know somebody that's on one right now, and it's because he did a couple things that he shouldn't have done. He's young, he's young, he's very young. Just think of very young kid, very young, 12, very young. Made a couple mistakes, and now he has to wear an ankle monitor because if something happens in this town, they are going to make sure that this little 12-year-old isn't in the town first. Like he's really that bad at, like he did two little things or one little thing. And you're going to put an ankle monitor on him. Okay, that's fine. But you're going to check him first. Why don't you go find what? I was so upset about that. I mean, just don't make me upset, okay, about that. Yeah. So what Gates said, I think what happened was maybe he fell and then maybe he said something when he got to the hospital and maybe like they looked at it. Like maybe he said like something's bothering me, or, you know, maybe he knew he had cancer and he said, hey, my doctors told me I had cancer, and they ran some tests. I've never had to wear an ankle monitor. I'm trying to think if I had to wear anything that was on my, I had to wear this isn't the same, but I wear a cast for 3 weeks and that shit sucked. Because I had already not had my leg for February, March, April, May, and it was June. So like almost 5 months. Just give me my leg back. Colleen. Okay, does anybody have any questions? Okay, let's see. I think this is the same thing that we read though, yeah. The defendant understands the charges alleged in the amended complaint are serious. Can we see the amended complaint? Or that's what we did see, actually. We haven't seen the bill of particulars. I want to see that. Can we see those, please? It's almost like they're not putting a dissemination order on this case, but they are being very tight-lipped. Like there is no bill of particulars yet. That's very weird. Normally when someone gets arrested, it's like, boop, there it is, you know, like right there. You just get on the internet and you find it. That's why I scheduled the live, I think it was yesterday at 2:30. And you can't treat dementia, yeah. Maybe a liver failure, maybe, I don't know. He does kind of look like he might have liver failure or something though. He doesn't look good. Like his face doesn't look good. Oh, PKC, thank you so much. PKC just gifted out 10 memberships. That's so nice. Gateshead got one. S. Lee, CJK. Oh, everyone that's in here. Gina Marie, Stephanie, Mandy. Oh, Reno got one. And Annie got one. Penny Monroe and Dirk. Well, thank you so much, PKC. That's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. That's very kind. That's very, 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 very kind. Thank you so much for doing that. I wanted to get some memberships tonight, so. And now we can do a new emoji. Yay! It better, when I refresh that, it better let me do my emoji. Because it said I needed 9 more members. I looked. I haven't looked at that since I first started my channel. It's fun doing the emojis. Vincent did them before, so I'm doing them now. I appreciate that. That's very sweet. So it looks like I said, they're all waiving preliminary hearings. They know the reason for the preliminary hearing. They know that they've been advised like what a preliminary hearing is, you know, and they still want to waive it. So good for them, I guess, right? I am going to be going to court for some of these. Now, like if they did have a preliminary hearing, I would have been there for that. That would have been like my jam, right? Because they kind of tell you everything that they're going to tell you in like court in the preliminary hearing. Now, sorry, try to get my lip gloss here. Since they waived that, I will go to the opening statements. Now, I might go to one before that. You never know. It just depends on like, how busy it starts getting over there. I don't know if they're going to like do it in the, I guess Benton County Courthouse is doing it because he said, we are in charge of this and we're doing this. And, like, so he's like, yeah, he's like, we're in charge. That courthouse it's ugly. It's ugly. I hope it looks nicer on the inside. I mean, it is like we have really nice courthouses in Ohio. I will say that. Like, I don't know what it is about our courthouses, but they're like big and grand and beautiful and like wooded and like, just like old. That one is old in like a different way, like 70s old. You know what I mean? Like it needs to be remodeled. So the people are awesome here. And welcome in all new people. Welcome on in. I do have some members only videos. If you want to check them out. You have emojis that you can use now, like different emojis. And then I'm going to put some more on. I think I'm going to take some of the ones of me off, like the red flags ones. Maybe I'll keep the red flag one. I need my red flags over here. I haven't been using them lately. Because this case, I don't have 16 though. I only have 13, I think. So have a good night, Dana. Watching him in front of the judge, he keeps turning to Gary Jr., who tells his dad all to say. So maybe, I mean, he doesn't look good. I don't think he will last long in jail. I don't think he's going to last long in period. You know what I mean? Like, I think that he's kind of on his last leg. Like, he's getting older. He's not that old, but he looks like he's ill. He does look like he's ill, but they all kind of do. They all have those eyes that are just like 1,000-yard stare or something. You know what I mean? Like they're all on something. I don't know what it is. Maybe the H. Red flag trigger warning. Yeah. I think we have those even. I mean, you can see their faces. They all look like. I mean, I wouldn't be smiling. I don't think. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Now, do you think that Elizabeth was crying? I think that Christina was crying, or Lynn, or whatever you want to call her, because look at her eyes. I mean, you can tell she was crying. We were over on the Facebook page too, and I like left it and then didn't even go back to it. Let me see what we got here. I don't think there's anything good. Oh, we got the brother on. There's the brother. Remember him? Oh my goodness. He's a cowboy. He sings in the woods. Like, where are you at? Like, why I'm going to go in the woods and I should do a thing, like pretend like I'm him. So I think that they were back in this room here because it's 12 by 16 or whatever. I think the cops, because they said approximately 12 by 12, I think this is the room that they were in. Now, why would you hide 16 kids if that's what they were doing? There's no reason to do that. There's no reason. There's no reason to hide your children from the police. Oh, I have their thing over. Sorry about that, the picture. And I didn't bring the picture up. Oops. Sorry about that. There we go. Now you guys can see what I'm seeing. Yeah. Like she's like super red. Maybe she just gets really red when she cries. I do. I get like this. If I get mad or I get like, I'm like crying really hard, I'll get like a vein. I don't think I get that vein anymore because I get Botox there for headaches. But I used to get a vein right here. It would come out. I was like upset. But this is the layout of the house. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I'm going to exit out some of this stuff. Okay, we're going to pin that. We don't want to lose that. Okay. Yeah, so this is the, oops, sorry. So then they have a basement. I think the basement is 500 square feet, I heard. And then they live in 1,337 square feet. That's about the size of where I live. You got 20 people. That's a party. I mean, you got 2 or 3 basketball teams. You got 3 basketball teams right there, starting basketball teams. You got starting players, 3 of them for 3 teams. That's how many kids you have. And then a couple of them have to sit out. I mean, it could be nice having that many kids if you took care of them. But if somebody that's that young cannot take care. I mean, I'm sorry, even like not young, but just somebody that in her position cannot take care of 16 children. Like, I know, me too, PKC. I'm excited to put the new emoji on there. What are you doing, Mia? Oh, it's Araya now. Hey, what are you doing, Araya? I hate when they lick themselves. I don't know what it is about dogs and licking themselves. It gets me. I know some of them couldn't even speak. They do learn speech from older people. I wonder how they do talk. Because you do pick up things from your parents. My parents were so like good at like kind of sheltering almost, you know what I mean? Like almost like we heard things, but my mom would be like, you didn't hear that. Like if my dad cussed, my mom would like, she'd rip him. If he said the F-bomb, if he threw out the fuck word, oh, you were that wooden. She always had a wooden spoon she'd be cooking with. And she would hit him with that thing. Like I'm telling you, like she'd smack him with that. She'd be like, you better not say that in front of Tanya. And I would hear stuff like that. You know what I mean? It would make me kind of laugh because I was getting older and my mom was still doing it. And I'm just like, I would laugh. But yeah, so that's the house. I was just kind of looking through the stuff here that they had, but I should go ahead and plug my channel in. We can go through this on the next live. Whose cats? Is that theirs? I don't know who that is. She died today, this cat. Okay. I don't know whose page that is. Okay. These look like on a weird phone. I'm used to iPhone. That's probably why. Just type it. I don't know who these are. Cho. And who is this to? Like this person just puts it on here. Doesn't say nothing. Yeah, I don't know what this is about. I don't know if this is like, yeah, I don't know what that is. I guess that was her before. Wow. That's a lot. And then there's the house again. I mean, it's just, I think they're in this back room. Why didn't they just like jump out a window? I guess because they couldn't even talk. Hell, you know what I mean? If you can't even talk, you're probably not going to jump out a window. But I wonder if those kids are autism or something and they're nonverbal. Or I wonder if they just, I know the 18-year-old is not, she's verbal, but she just can't spell her name. I think they threatened him to not speak. Yeah, I went about it. That's what I said, PKC. I would, if this was me and I had 16 kids I was trying to hide, I would have put them in the basement because then the smell would have been further away. The noise would have been suppressed a little bit more. You would think that people would hear. I mean, even if 16 kids are not allowed to talk, they're going to talk. You know, when you're in high school and you're sitting there, or middle school or elementary school, it doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't even matter. And your teacher yells at you and they're like, don't you all talk to each other. And then as soon as that teacher, she walks out of the room, them kids, us kids, we all be like, you know what I mean? Why didn't someone hear the whispering or something at least? Like I had to be loud. It had to sound like little bees or something. Like I would think there was like, I'd be like looking around if I was a neighbor. I'm gonna ask my cousin, did you ever hear of bees? Sound like bees over there? They were probably threatened, but even then, like you would still talk. I feel like I would. I mean, I was a bad kid sometimes though. I came in one day and I told my dad I made a new cuss word up, and I called him it. It was bitch offer. I made that up. I don't even know where I made it up from. I don't know why I called my dad that though. I was little. I was really little. Like my first cuss word ever. And my mom washed my mouth out with soap, and I told her, do it again. I like it. She's like, I cannot believe you said that to me. Sounds about right. Sounds about right, Mom. She put a little soap in my mouth. That's the only time I ever got in trouble. Only time. Yeah. And then they used that word. My dad, he loved it he loved that word. He's like, he would call everybody a bitch offer. I was like, I made it up. I don't even know who I was with when I made that up. Like another little friend or something in the neighborhood. I don't know. I think that you would still hear the kids. There's no, like, not there. I mean, there's no houses there, but I'm wondering if this Swans Mobile Home Park, that looks so familiar. Or Swains. Let me see. Swains Mobile Park. It's not coming up. Am I spelling it right? SWAINS, it looks like. Yeah, I was just thinking. Oh, where are you taking me? Oh my God, you're taking me all the way over here. Right? No, I don't want that. I don't know if it's London. I was trying to see if that was Londonderry. Could it be? I don't know where it would be. Let me see if I do it on my phone. You know, like sometimes, I don't know. I feel like it will pull up. Like sometimes they pull up on my phone. Or is it just like not even have a freaking place? So I'm putting, wait, right here? Oh, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to show it to you. Where am I at here? This video that we watched earlier, let me take me off the screen. So maybe. Okay, so you can see it better. But it says right here, Swains. And it's not coming up. Like, could this be it? No. Just mobile parks. Like, what the heck? That's so weird. Oh, there's a telephone number, but that's wrong because the area code. Oh, no, that's right. What does that say? 339 2092. I don't know if that says, if somebody could read that, I'll call them. I'll call them tomorrow and be like, can you tell me where you're located? I'm just reading. Okay, well, this is the trailer park they lived at. Oh, sorry. And I know I'm spelling that right. That's weird, isn't it? Oh, they'll drug test them. Are you talking about them? Yeah, they'll drug test them. They probably did that as soon as I went into the jail. I mean, if they had any like reason to, I guess they wouldn't drug test them if they had no reason to. If they were acting okay, they probably wouldn't. Maybe, I don't know. Because they technically weren't there to arrest them for that charge. They were arresting them for endangering children. But I think they found something there. Who takes the BCI with them? All right. So the BCI is the Bureau of Criminal Investigation, and it serves as the state's primary crime lab and criminal records keeper under the Ohio Attorney General's office. It provides essential forensic, investigative, and background check services. So, why would you bring the BCI, somebody that does laboratory forensic services, specializes investigations, they have like field agents and analytical support, right? It says to assist local law enforcement with complex cases, critical incidents, and missing persons. So why would they have the BCI go with them? Like there's no, for a public indecency charge or a few of them, that would just be the sheriff. The old sheriff would just go. He would just show up with the subpoena. Like, give me a piece of paper. Like, here you go, buddy. Here's your subpoena. I'll see you in court. That's all that happens. So weird. And he's not going to go to court tomorrow. I guess his lawyer is on vacation. And the prosecutor laughed. He's like, I don't know. Kate said he could. I'm thinking I was thinking maybe there was going to be a laboratory there of some sort. Maybe they were thinking. Maybe they're just thinking that. Maybe they just bring the BCI with them just because they're like, there might be a meth lab here. We saw when I went to live with my mom. My aunt moved her to this tiny ass little town, right? Oh my God, there was 2,000 people or 3,000 people that lived there, I think. It was crazy. The stuff that you saw in that town drug-wise was insanity. Like my mom's house caught on fire because some guy was cooking meth upstairs in his apartment. Caught the whole place on fire. We saw a couple, a guy and a girl, where my mom lived after that, a couple places after that, that's where she permanently was staying. We saw cops rushing back towards these coverts that are back there, those covert things. And then you see all of a sudden these two people running, and they both have their hand on a Tupperware or a tote, and they're just running. And my mom's like, look at them go. All right. And the cops are running after them. They had a portable meth lab with them. And that's what they were running with, was a portable meth lab. And me and mom were just out there we're just talking and watching them. We're just like, oh, look at that. Another day in the neighborhood. What the hell? And it was just this small town, and it's a cute little town. And the people there are, they're not all bad. They're so sweet. And I'm sure it's just like Benton County, right? I worked at a diner there. I got a job at a diner. Best place ever to work if you live in a small town, because if you want to meet people, you'll know everybody. You work in the mornings, you meet the old men that come in. They drink their coffee at 6 a.m. every morning. And they come in, they sit at the bar and they talk about, they gossip worse than the women. I've never seen old men gossip before. They can gossip. They've got the tea. The men have the tea. If you want the real tea and you want to know information about anything, go ask the husbands. The husbands, they stay quiet, but they listen. They hear everything. They hear what the wives tell them, and they see what's going on. And they would just be spilling it to each other. But I think that's all I have for you guys. I was going to tell you a funny story. 2 funny stories, actually. 2 funny. One's not funny. One's funny. The one that's not funny is I'm going crazy because I lost something. So if I left something somewhere and somebody stole it, because so I have this Stanley Cup. I have a bunch of them, but I have this pink one. And I love my pink Stanley Cup. Well, so I take it to the gym and I take it to the pool. And I haven't been to the pool lately, but I did go a couple weeks ago. And when I was at the pool, where I sat, my cup was on the other side of the chair. So when I got up to leave, I was on this side of the chair. So I could have very well have left it that day. I don't know if I had it with me. I don't know if that was the color I took or whatever. So I've been my brain has been going it's been circuiting out, I feel the last few days, because I can't find the cup. I called the gym. I called the office. Nobody turned it in. Nobody probably would, right? So I wore this shirt today. I got dressed to go to the gym, and I had this light pink shirt on. I was like, I need my cup. I need it so bad. So did you know what Vincent did? He got me the cup. It was on sale today. So he got me the cup. Thank goodness. It comes in a week. I just need it back up there. Like, I don't know. When I look and I don't see it, like in my brain, it just it hurts my head. I pray that no one ever goes blind. Like, I pray no one ever goes blind like this. Like, if you're completely blind, then that's one thing because you can't even tell what you got. But when you're half blind like me, if you lose something, you like, I don't know. I'm hard on myself about it. Did you say your son's a detective? Oh my gosh. He sees so much stuff. Yeah. Angie. Yeah. I went to school for criminal justice and applied science, and I didn't end up working. I didn't know really what I wanted to do with it. I wanted to go into like forensics of some sort, but then I look back on it now and I'm like, Tanya, you hate tedious work. And that's all that is like very little like delicate DNA. And, like, so I don't know what I would have ended up doing with it, but I ended up getting in a car accident. Couldn't be a cop, unfortunately. I think I'd have made a pretty good cop. I would have been really fair to people. I would have been fair. Oh, so I have a funny story for you about Nancy Grace. That's the funny one. That one wasn't the funny one. That one was the, oh my gosh, I got to buy another freaking pink cup. I already had one. Damn it. I want a red one. I could have went to that, But it's coming July 23rd through August 4th. So my brain will feel better. So let me go over to my X account really quick. So this person, I can't remember. Like, I hate X because when you like the comments, they're not all there. Like when someone comments on something on your page, it doesn't show you what they comment on. So you don't know what the conversation even was, right? Like you have no idea. So the other day, let me see. She laughed. She thought it was funny. Okay, let's see. Where do I find the comment from her? Okay, so here it is. Let me just show you my comments. Okay. So I must have said something to her. What did I say? I don't even know what I said. So sorry to butt in. She said, sorry to butt in, but Joe didn't say this to any of the other students. I don't even know what she's talking about. Who the hell is Joe? I don't know. And then I don't know what I said, but she replied to me. I don't even see where I said anything. But she started following me. And then she said, I'm only interested in the truth. There was a clump of long, dirty blonde hair found in Ethan's hand. No, there wasn't, people. That is okay. Who's Dr. Murphy? It was Dr. Turvey, right? He was a defense expert. He's going to say anything that's going to look good for the defense. You dumbass. But anyway, there was also untested blood and unidentified DNA in Maddie's fingernail. Okay, no. Can't call yourself an investigative journalist. You're rubbish. I've never called myself an investigative journalist. Have I ever? Have you ever? We know on this channel, I'm not a journalist. I've said that so many times. I am no Diane Sawyer over here. Okay. I am not. Have you ever seen me interview people? Do I interview people? No, I don't. So, okay. I'm rubbish. I'm going to actually heart that because I am rubbish. So then remember this picture I took forever and a day ago? Look at it. June 25th, 2025. I took this picture with Nancy to be funny, right? Oh, shit. You guys can't even see and you're probably saying it in the chat. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. So this lady, let me go down. I'm sorry. This lady down here, she's talking all this shit. Okay. Sorry about that. I thought it was up. So I took this picture with my cardboard Nancy. I have a cardboard Nancy cutout. She's about my height. We love Nancy Grace. Okay. If anyone has a problem with that, I'm sorry. I grew up with her in my household on the TV. So I said, this was June 25th. 2025, over a year ago. So she went back through my ex a year before she found this picture to post. That is psycho to me. That is weird AF, but she did it. She said, this is you with a cardboard cutout of Nancy Grace. Talk about stalking. I didn't say anything about stalking. I never have said anything about stalking. If she's talking about Brian Kohberger, I never said Brian Kohberger stalked any of the victims. I've never said that, not once. So I don't know what the hell she's talking about. I don't know. But I said, this is like before. I said this, that's after me. But I said, I said, hell yeah, we do. I said, we freaking love Nancy at Nancy Grace. So I did at Nancy. Oh, it says right here, hell yeah, we love at Nancy Grace. That's what I wrote her back. Like, we do. And Nancy Grace said, thank you, and put these hearts. You're welcome, Nancy. You're welcome. Thanks for coming to my aid today, Nancy Grace. It's been a good couple of days. First, Brian Koberger's ex-student person that he knew, he shouted me out and put my video in his video, which I thought was really sweet. And now this, look at this. Nancy Grace is like, I got you, girl. Thank you for saying that. So Cardboard Nancy's here to stay. She's in the closet right now, but she's here to stay. And then she just laughed. That Welsh person did. So she can take a joke. You know what I mean? She can take a joke. But she says, you do. Nancy is raking the money in. Oh, yeah. I'm knitting you a Nancy Grace blanket, please. Wallpaper, and have booked you a Nancy Grace face transplant. Oh my God, please. Can I do that? Okay. I can. Okay. Please do. I can get insurance to pay for the face transplant since I am going to have plastic surgery again in I don't know, we'll say probably about in January, probably before that. Laugh out loud. Okay. Now we're just being funny. And then, okay, so I put that up there. Okay. I don't know if there's anything on. But yeah, we love Nancy Grace. What are we talking about over here? We love Nancy. Yeah, we saw that. She looked beautiful, clean. Yeah. Her eyes and her hair are so messed up. I wonder how long, maybe I should stop washing my hair and see how long it takes for my hair to look like her hair. I like an experiment. If I didn't have extensions, I would. Because I mean, the extensions would, like, my hair will look greasy on top, but not with the extensions wouldn't look really greasy. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, I have one question for everybody. Ladies, guys, people that are watching later on, since we're getting ready to get off of here. This is just like something personal. So if you don't want to listen to this part, that's fine. I'm getting my hair done. So let me know in the comments if I should, let me back it up. Back it up, Terry. If I should keep this length, right, and add more hair, or should I, and it would just be a little bit of hair, right? And then I would dye it. Or should I just dye this because it's kind of light at the bottom? Dye this dark like up here, and then cut it short for like 8 weeks. I'd only have it short, and then I get my hair then I would go buy all new hair and then have it done, in like 10 weeks. But I'm thinking I might do it. Like do short just for I don't know, just to see what it would look like short again. I've had it short before. Well, I guess I had this hair appears short. I just take the extensions away. We could kind of see. It might be cute. Might be cute. I know, right, Juke? It just smells like it smells like drug. If I remove the extensions, though, I'll be so sad because my hair gravy is so thin. It's so bad. It's I don't know why, but it is. It just lost it. My mom did too, though. She had very fine hair and very thin hair. And I'm like, I think I got your hair. My dad had thick, luscious, beautiful brown hair. But I kind of do want to remove the extensions. That's why I was going to have my sister-in-law do them because she was going to do them a different way. And I was like, oh, that'll be nice. Just something different. And yeah. Yeah, it's age gravy. I turned 40 and my hair started thinning. Actually, I think it was a little before 40, actually. My brother lost his hair, though. My brother completely lost his hair by 18. I think he was 18 when he finally was he shaved it and was like, okay, I'm getting rid of it all. But His was from his dad's side. We're like half brother and sister. I think his was from his dad's side. And then he had my mom, so he had no chance in the world. But good thing he had a good bald head. Well, I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to get ready for bed. I got to go to the gym in the morning. I've been doing 2 miles on the treadmill, and 2 miles within 30 minutes. So your girl's got to run a lot. But it's been nice. It's been feeling good to run a little bit. My foot will kind of hurt a little bit sometimes, or like my shins, but I just kind of like fight through it. I'm not hurting myself, I don't think. But oh yeah, I forgot about that too. I know, Ladybug. My spine doctor today, I told her, I was like, so what's the next thing? Because the injections didn't work. And no one ever comes back to you, right? Like no one ever says like, let's try something different. And she said, well, it might be your fibromyalgia. And I'm like, say what? I didn't even know I had fibromyalgia. Who was going to tell? When was someone going to tell me? Because I've been having nerve problems and stuff for years. What's going on? I don't know. I'm going to have to ask her. She said fibromyalgia. I'm just like, oh my God. No one told me. I'm like, are we keeping secrets now from each other? Don't do that. Don't keep secrets from me. But thank you guys for being here. Thanks for talking to me after the live. This is a terrible, it's a terrible, tragic case. It really is. These kids are going to need therapy. They're going to need special therapy. They're going to need good parental guidance. I think a lot of these officers that saw this, they're probably not going to let this go. You know what I mean? I think that they're going to make sure that those kids, so. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what she's thinking. They thought it was fibromyalgia. Then they thought it was rheumatoid arthritis because my mom had that. And I think it's just nerve damage. So I go to my neurologist the 17th of this month. So we'll see what he says because he's the best. I love him. He's my favorite doctor. He's cool. He's cool as hell. Okay. So before I leave, if you appreciate the case coverage tonight and you want to become a member of our channel, we'd love to have you. We just got 10 new members in tonight. So I'll be making emojis and putting them up for you guys. You'll get emojis. You'll get all the things. You get all the things. Members only videos, emojis, all the stuff. My members tier start at $1.99 and that's for member shout outs and that's for emojis only. If you want to do the videos, you just go to tier 1. But thank you guys so much for being here tonight. I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead. I'll do the exit music on the way out since I just kind of pop up on the way in nowadays. Hopefully I don't scare you guys, but thanks for being here. I appreciate you guys. Take care, everybody. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. I'll probably do my live a little bit earlier. We're going to do an Idaho 4 live, a Jack Decor video, I believe. Or not Jack Decor, Jack Showalter video. And it's an hour and 22 minutes long, I believe. So make sure you grab a snack, you grab a drink, you get comfortable, you subscribe to this channel, you like the video, and I'll be on tomorrow early afternoon. So I will see you guys all then. I'll make the thumbnail and you guys will see it pop up when you guys get your notification. So I'll see you guys all later. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for hitting the like. Thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate all of it. Bye, guys.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we're gonna let it away. Tonight, we're gonna let it away. Tonight, we're gonna let it away. Just like the sunrise, we're gonna let it away. a star.